Capricorn. It's Angela, and we're here to do a mid-June energy update. We're doing a soul guidance reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. If Capricorn's predominant in your chart in another place where you want to make a focus, you're welcome to watch this, or you're welcome to watch it anyway. Even if you're not a Capricorn, you're welcome to watch it. If you're drawn to look at this video, then the message is for you. Let's just put it that way, okay? The energy is kind of eternal. The guidance is forever. It can be at any point in your life that you tune into it and put it into practice, okay? This is soul guidance. This is not any circumstantial issues that are happening in your life, but this is within you. Okay, the oracle deck that we're using is the Chakra deck from Tori Hartman. And so we get to focus on a certain energy center in our body. And for you, Capricorn, we got the sixth chakra, the third eye, your center of intuition, that space within you that knows, that just simply knows, right? And the card I got for you is forgiveness. So a couple angles on this. This could mean for some of you that there is a person in your life that there's a rift in the relationship, and maybe they took action that harmed you, or there was a misunderstanding or something. And the art of forgiving is less about that other person and their behavior, and more about releasing it from your own heart and releasing it from your own energy so that you can be free to move on. Holding the grudges, holding the judgments, staying in anger for something someone else did is harming you only. So we're going to learn what we need to know about this art of forgiveness. And this, because it's in the intuitive, it's in the sixth chakra, I'm thinking, there's part of you that may already know that this needs to happen in some situation in your life. This could also mean forgiving yourself for an action you took, a situation you created that was harmful to others or hurtful. This could be self-forgiveness too. But learning how to release that burden from your experience, from your heart, from your body is an important step in moving forward and healing. Okay, so let's see what the Zen cards say. And let's get started. So your starting point, Capricorn, is isolation. Okay. Being unwilling to let things go and let things be as they, remove them from your heart and forgive, right? Being unwilling to, that keeps you locked up. That keeps you cut off in isolation, in the deep freeze, severed from others, right? That is just no way to be. It's a very cold space. Okay. And if you see this card, the way that this figure ends up beginning even to melt that ice is by crying, is by showing their emotion, showing their true self and the way they really feel. And then the ice begins to melt, and then the connection is retrieved. And interesting that if for you, this card is more self-forgiveness, then this is what you're doing within you. You're holding yourself from yourself, right? You're keeping yourself separated from the true nature of who you are, which is love and acceptance, right? So interesting that that's a starting point. Let's see where we go from there. Internally within you, the play on this energy is the Lovers. So it's like the opposite, right? I'm cutting myself off because I whatever, I'm cutting myself off from the other because they hurt me. Let's just put the other person into play instead of the self-forgiveness thing, even though it will still apply. But I'm cutting myself off. They don't get to be around me. They don't get to have any of my input because they hurt me. They hurt my feelings. Well, your inner being, in response to that, wants you to show some compassion. And if we're talking about the self-forgiveness, we need self-compassion. Your inner being wants you to heal, wants you to use your heart, wants you to use love in order to move forward. So, love and forgiveness go hand in hand for sure. And the only thing keeping you away from that, and the only thing in between you and the forgiveness, is this isolation vibration. And this is a mental energy. So you could have things all bogged up in your mind. Oh, but they said this and you did that, and that none of that really matters, because all that you are at the base of yourself is love. And if you can come to a better understanding that that person that harmed you, or even that other version of you, maybe this is like your inner child or your past self that did something harmful, the forgiveness is it's so freeing, and it's so important. Come back to the base of who you are, and that is love. It's always there within you, especially this is in the internal position. So hello. Okay, now being able to sort of capture this sense of loving kindness that's always within you, right? That leads you to this forgiveness, and do away with this cutting off from others or from yourself. It results in a major breakthrough for you. Now this could be, increments. This could be a big realization that maybe only you know, but you're experiencing it, and you're feeling that freedom, and you're feeling that sort of movement, the explosion. This is a third chakra vibe. So it's like your own self-expression is here, ready to come through. And there's a lot of freedom in that, right? And being able to move from this cut off space by utilizing the love and the loving kindness that's in your heart at the core of who you are. It gives you a new way. It gives you a new way forward. It gives you a new way to see things, and it leads you right to that forgiveness energy. I love this. This is great. Okay, and now, so the key to moving forward is in this card here, and we got silence. And it's also an intuition. If you see that figure's face, the full moon is right on the third eye. And since the forgiveness card here is a third eye energy as well, it's like, the guidance here is to be with it. Like, yeah, I got hurt. Someone hurt my feelings. It made me want to cut them off. It made me want to ignore them and put them in the deep freeze, right? But something in me, as I started to show my emotion and melt that ice, as I started to, really feel this through, I realized my love is stronger than any of it. My love is stronger than any action that anyone did. Even if it hurt my feelings, I still can respond with love. And when I do, I transform the way I show up in my life. I change it. I show up as a more open being, as a more flexible person. And now let me reflect on that. I'll reflect on that until I'm ready to receive, the next energies that are coming through for me to grow. But it does take some reflecting and realizing that, the forgiveness is a tricky thing, because a lot of people want to say, you did this action and I exonerate you. That's what some people think forgiveness means. I exonerate you for treating me poorly and hurting my feelings. When really what it's asking for is, like I said, for you to transmute and transform that hurt energy that's stuck in your heart and move it out. Clear it and move it out, because it doesn't belong there. It's holding you in place. It's only harming you. Let the love come through. And so being able to sit and reflect and be sort of in a meditative place about this process is really going to help you. It's going to help you move forward to your next space, your next energetic level that you want to operate from. And when you get there, the first card that I pulled in your higher self level of awareness is the outsider. This is the proof to you that this forgiveness kept me separated. I mean, the lack of forgiveness kept me separated from the place I wanted to be. This little boy is wanting to be on the other side of that gate where the beautiful rainbow world is, and he feels completely detached from it, like he doesn't belong there, or that no one will welcome him in, or it's just not achievable. But it's not even true. Your unwillingness to forgive keeps you on the outside of that gate, but your willingness to show your love and let it transform you and sit with it in silence and meditate on that love, let that love come forth in your meditations. That lets you open up the gate, because that little lock on the gate is not locked. So that allows you to just step right through and say, oh, you know what? I'm free. I'm free of that unforgiving vibration that was holding me down. I love it. Internally, the card that supports this vibration of being able to step into that new, more lighthearted, love-filled space is letting go. This is what is necessary, in order. It's kind of this vibe too, letting the tears fall, but this is more just naturally letting things be, letting them fall away, letting my old way of seeing it just be in my past, letting the old, hardened, unforgiving heart, letting that just not be part of my experience anymore. That's what's going to free me up to feel, light and loving again. And then the final card and the sort of outcome, or the overview of this reading, is sort of a new beginning, the Fool. It's setting yourself down a new path. Now I have the tools. I understand when I'm hurt, I hang on to that hurt, but that's only harming me. And I get it. If I let the love rise up within me and push that hurt away and let it dissipate and let it fall out, or let it break out, with the breakthrough card, and really truly leave it behind, I start on a new path. I start on a new road ahead. And then we have the Fool energy. It's awesome. This is so good. And, this could be like literally with another person, maybe someone in your family or a friend or whatever, that you're just so angry with how they've behaved. Well, the anger is only eating you up. It's only hurting you, because they're just going on still behaving the way they're behaving. And they could go on behaving mindlessly like that and harming people without knowing it for a long time, because it's their journey and that's their path to discover, how to make things easier for them, right? Their behavior probably harms them just as much, but you don't need to hang on to it, right? You need to release it from your own experience so that you can be free to move forward to your next level. Okay. I love that. I love this, Capricorn. This is a really good, it's a really good little template for all of us to follow when it comes to releasing unforgiveness. Okay. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all like kind of clicking the like and doing all that stuff to engage with my channel. Maybe share it with a few people. If you comment, it kind of helps. I'm going to start to try to boost my channel a little bit more, and all your views help, and your appreciation is, doesn't go unnoticed. So I thank you all for being here, and I'll see you soon.